Hey, welcome everybody to Sports Shorts Daily. Ronnie Rance alongside Tommy Chrysand here on this Monday morning edition of Sports Shorts Daily presented by LeBear's Casino. I'm over here at gorgeous 70-year-old Pete Goldsby Field here in the heart of Baton Rouge, the home of the Baton Rouge Rougarou. Tommy joining us from God's country over in downtown Port Allen on Court Street Cafe, where they're open 7 days a week for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and have all kind of great daiquiris here too in the summer. TK, what a big weekend it was for college baseball, and it's not done yet.
Not done yet. Wow. You talk about the comebacks by LSU. I mean, other teams, there's been some upsets. All the other Louisiana teams have been eliminated. Southeastern got bombed out of Auburn. Tech and A&M did. Tech and ULL did well, just didn't work out for them. But LSU's alive with a 3 o'clock game today at Pete Dale Park, Hattiesburg. Just announced within an hour. It's on ESPNU, 3 p.m. today. And here's the kicker. The winner of that game hosts the Super Regional because Miami was eliminated in the Coral Gables Regional. It's down to 2 teams, Ole Miss, Arizona. So, again, LSU must win. But if they do, they could be hosting Arizona, Jay Johnson's team last year, or Ole Miss, Mike Bianco. Rebels swept the Tigers a couple of weeks ago at the box. Holy smokes, could it be unbelievable? But LSU must take care of business. And the big question, Ronnie, is what are they going to do pitching-wise? What are your thoughts?
I think they'll start Mikhail Hilliard on 2 days rest. I mean, he only threw 55 pitches on Friday. He's been your best starter all year. Why not come back with him and say, hey, Mikhail, give me 3 or 4. And then after that, I would expect you'll see Devin Fontenot again. Obviously, Jacob Hayes available. And I think the guy you extend is Gervais, right? I mean, this is it. He's going to get drafted. He's going to play professional baseball. He's been your stud, best reliever consistently all year long. I would think you would try to extend him. And much like you did Fontenot back in 19 against Florida State, I would maybe consider, maybe he comes in earlier than, maybe he comes in first or something and you let him go. But I think he can give you 4 for sure.
Yeah, so, it's up to Jay Johnson. I'm sure they're meeting all morning, and they got plan A, plan B, plan C. Most importantly, in my opinion, for LSU today, they got to wake up the bats. Can't leave people on base. Got to have the timely hit. And I know it's kind of sounding cliche, but that's what has to happen. Southern Miss, did they throw Tanner Hall? He threw 8 innings last Friday night, kid from Zachary High. Outstanding pitcher. I met a good friend of his father's last night. And I don't know, where – I don't know enough to say, okay, he might start 1, 2, 3 innings, but that would be a question.
There's 2 things. I think anybody who threw Friday, throw Saturday or Sunday is available. Clearly, anybody who hasn't pitched is available. Anybody who threw, 3 innings or less yesterday is probably available. Look, it's all hands on deck. I mean, we go home. I don't think now's the time to be ultra conservative with arm care. Now, everybody's arms are different. And so I know that firsthand, a guy who had 2 elbow surgeries, everybody's arm's different. You can't just put them all in a box and say, well, you threw 2 innings yesterday and 38 pitches. You should be fine to come back today. There's the want to come back, and then there's the reality. And that's where the coaching comes in. You've seen these guys. You recruited them in high school or junior college or another school. They've been played all fall. They played all spring. You've had a chance to watch them. And who has the bounce back arm and who doesn't. Guys that have to throw, take a day off, and throw again. Not everybody can throw every day, as much as you may want to. And everybody can throw, but there's throwing and there's pitching. That's a very big difference. So, that's the part that we don't know. Whether we're Southern Miss or LSU, is who on our staff has the arm. Everybody has the want to. Every pitcher in that locker room is going to say, "Give me the ball. I want the ball," because nobody wants to let their teammates down. Everybody wants to be on the mound. But do you have the type of arm, and have you shown it in the past where you can throw 90 pitches on Friday and not be completely sore and a different guy on Monday? I don't know. Not everybody's Doug Thompson. Not everybody's Lane, Bumstead or some of the Brumfield, whatever. Some of the guys that, some of the guys over there, Paul Bird, all the guys in the past that threw
Yeah, no, I agree with you completely. I mean, it's an individual case by case thing. There's no book you can turn to and say, okay, he threw Friday, he threw 57 pitches, he can go by. That's not it. You're hitting the nail on the head with that. So that's a key thing, no question about that. And that's for Jay Johnson to decide, and Jay Johnson and his staff will decide. But again, I'm gonna be repetitive. They got to hit the ball. You got to feel like they're gonna have to score 6 or 8 runs or more to have a chance to win this game. And certainly they have the capability to do that. I mean, they've scored 10 in one inning the other night. The 2 comebacks. I mean, LSU has been LSU, and it's kind of a microcosm of the whole season, the up and down, the inconsistency. And we'll have to just see if they can't get that worked out. And, hey, get it done. There's a lot not only is there a super regional on the line, but you're hosting the super regional if you win. Man, I mean, that there's a lot of pressure there now. Wow. And pressure on Jay Johnson. Let's admit that. Jay Johnson's going to feel the pressure, too, when he starts having to make a decision. Do I pull a guy? Do I throw up a pinch hitter? Do I hit and run? Do I steal? Do I bunt? Lots of pressure, and that's what makes baseball fun.
It's there's pressure on both teams, right? But I think inherently there's more pressure on LSU than Southern Miss. That was their first win and since 2007. That was the Wally Pontiff Jr. Classic down at Zephyr Field. Their first win since 2007 against LSU. And, that means they've lost 10 in a row. And I don't care that they're the higher seed and they're hosting a regional. LSU's LSU. Those fans, that team, they understand it's a giant deal to knock off the Tigers like they did. And I would say that the LSU program is expected to win championships and win championship games. And whether it's at home or away, if you got 2 games and you only need to win 1, pressure squarely to. At this point, funny. They came through the losers bracket. They knocked off LSU. If they lose, they can say, look, we're out of pitching. But LSU, the concern is, did they shoot their shot already twice with these unbelievable comebacks? What do they have left in the tank? It's going to be a battle. I think because you're down on pitching, both teams, I think that favors LSU. Their lineup over the long haul is a better one than Southern Miss.
Well, yeah, I agree with you. Look, LSU is LSU. They're expected to win championships. If you're an LSU player, there's a reason you're wearing the purple and gold. Get out there today. You look in the mirror before you head to the ballpark. You say, I'm going to do everything I can to help my team win today, whether that's leaning on the dugout fence and support, whatever it may be, and whatever the coaches ask you to do. It's do or die, literally. So, I mean, that's the mindset you got to take. And these guys know that. And they all handle it differently, just like all the pitchers are different. Man, I can't wait till 3 o'clock. It's going to be a fun afternoon.
Skip Bertman would say, you're representing your family, your maker, and most of all, LSU. Be a champion today. I mean, they need to watch Old Hope. They need everything. They need to play the videos from back in the day that Buzzy and them used to motivate themselves in 2009. Whatever they need to tap into, they need to tap into. But because everything's waiting for you on the other end. The path to Omaha goes through Alex Box Stadium. We didn't think that was possible a couple months ago. We didn't think that was possible a week ago, that they would be hosting a super regional. And teams that host a super regional win it 75% of the time. So, this is a situation where the path to Omaha is right there for you if you're LSU. You just got to take care of business today. Can't wait. ESPNU, 3 o'clock, Hattiesburg. That is the wild environment. Tickets were going. Today, ticket prices won't be like they were Saturday night because Monday afternoon, more people aren't available. They've been out there all weekend. They got to go back to work. They got to drive back to wherever they're from. So tickets will be a little bit more reasonable today. They were going for $400 and $500 on Saturday night.
Yeah, no question about that. I mean, that's always a good thing, as we know. So, hey, it's going to be a fun thing. And again, the fact that they might be hosting the super regional, the chance to go to Omaha, that's mind-boggling today. And, of course, Miami Hurricanes losing is the key part of that story.
So, all right. So the Raging Cajuns, they win their first one. They lose their next 2. They had a lead against A&M in the Marble game on Saturday. Couldn't hold on. Louisiana Tech won their first game in dominant fashion over Dallas Baptist. They lost their last 2, including a 9-7 loss to Air Force. They didn't even make it to Sunday night, which was a little disappointing for them. I thought at least they could make it to Sunday night, but Air Force knocked them off on Sunday. So that's a little disappointing for that program. for where they were last year hosting a regional. They expected to host a regional this year. They didn't. They expected to have a chance to win the regional. They didn't. In fact, they finished third in their regional. Air Force, as we know, we've heard all the stories from Pulmonary. They actually finished above them. So, and the Southeastern Lions, look, they got destroyed in their 2 games. This was still a fantastic job by Matt Reiser. They had no business winning the Southland tournament. They finished second in the regular season. They were not very good at all. They had one guy hitting over 300. They lost 7 pitchers due to season-end injuries, but yet somehow they found themselves in an NCAA regional. So kudos to that coaching staff and those players for rallying to get it done. But
kind of went out there, Ronnie. Your audio went out, but you're showing the Rougarou. Your audio went out. Baton Rouge Rougarou tickets and merchandise at brrougarou.com. Hit up all the social media, connect and follow that. Ronnie, I'm fired up for tomorrow night. Lots of people going to be at Pete Goolsby Field. Go to brrougarou.com. Tickets, merchandise, 5-game homestand coming up. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. They're playing ball at Pete Goolsby Field where Ronnie's at right now. Okay, Brian, we don't have you. We know you're busy as heck. Baton Rouge Rougarou.com, 5-game homestand coming up. We want people out there. And we'll be back Wednesday morning with more Sports Shorts Daily. Court Street Cafe, breakfast, lunch, dinner, 6 days a week. Red beans and rice with the fried pork chop today at Court Street Cafe. Spaghetti tomorrow. If you connect with Court Street Cafe on Facebook and Instagram, you'll always know the lunch special, the dinner special, and other things going on. On behalf of there was Ronnie. Ronnie showed us Pete Goolsby Field looking great out there. What a beautiful picture. There's a big refrigerated truck down there. Wow. Is that the cool zone, Ronnie? Yeah, that's the cool zone. 7 p.m. all Rougarou games. 7 p.m. covered grandstand in case it would rain. No rain in the forecast this week. You need to be at Pete Goolsby Field. Look how great that's looking, folks. And if you can't make the game, it'll be streaming online. And hope to see you out at Goolsby. Ronnie, I know you're really busy. We're going to sign off. Your audio has went a little bit, and we'll talk to everybody. Please like and share this video. We'll talk to everybody again real soon.